everybody. It's your girl Meek, and welcome to Meek's Bottom Line. I got my crew here: Noop, Cousin Rock, and
Hey,
Raji, who is now a regular with us. Welcome, fellas. Hey, I'm the only girl right
yeah,
now. We'll hope Adrian will join us soon. But what a game! It's probably, you know what I'm enjoying for real. Before we go in depth with the teams, I'm enjoying some real good football.
Yeah.
There is nothing like watching a game that's competitive, and the quarterbacks, like these quarterback team ups are you got Mahomes and Jackson, you got Hurts versus Garoppolo. Could have ended a little better, but it's just been some great
that one, but that last night's game, that Baltimore game, and Mahomes, that was a classic game.
Yeah,
Lamar did this thing.
Yeah,
Lamar showed a lot. He needed that win bad over Patty Mahomes because he was 0-4, I think, against Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
But it's like that caliber player right now, just like Jalen Hurts. Like these guys are young guys are running and they want to win. Like I see that competitive spirit in them. Like if I got to put the whole game on my shoulders to get that first down and put my body on the line to win, that's what I'm going to do. And I can appreciate that. Like, I'm nervous when they start running, but like I said, I wish it would have ended better for us. But when Jalen did run, he was good. He was a rusher yesterday.
Like
82 yards.
Like Hurts and I mean, even that. I mean, those guys are safe runners. They're not trying to do too much juking like Lamar. They got to get out there and get 10, 15 yards. They basically take what they get. So I'm cool with that.
Because it's actually dangerous out there running.
Yes, it is.
For a quarterback. They ain't going to try to hurt you. They're going to try to end your career. Guys out there try to end your career, man.
Yeah, they're playing.
So they have to be careful with that running.
Although,
Go ahead. Did you guys say Rock? I'm sorry.
Oh, no. I thought you were going to say something. I'm sorry.
I am. I was going to say, speaking of the quarterback running, you cannot get me to understand why when you're on the goal line, you don't have the traditional quarterback sneak when you have a quarterback of such, stature and athleticism, and you have a somewhat pretty good offensive line. Big, if nothing else. Big, if nothing else. And you go from a week of playing aggressive and going for this and going for that on fourth and this and that, but you don't, it's almost like killing the morale of a team to have such a, that one play that excited everyone, you get all the way down the field and then you get right there in the red zone and
have 6 tries and not
and you can't get no points.
I wonder if sometimes the coaches overthink it. Just said, "Oh, everybody know we're gonna do this, so let's try this." But sometimes you got to go man on man, and my best player against yours, and let's see what happens.
Let me tell you, I'm not of course I'm not a professional coach, but I played enough Madden to know that you do some things is just what you do. Some things
do
what you do in football. It's just,
timid too. I mean, he was a little timid. I mean, remember now, keep in mind, they tried to run the ball and they couldn't run the ball down there.
What happened to our run game?
Listen,
that didn't work either.
That was the botched Philly. Like you didn't even create that play. That was horrible.
I agree with you though, Newt. He was playing a little scared, and he admitted that. The coach admitted
he did.
He
did
play a little.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah, he took responsibility for the play.
Because you think about it, when they went for 2 points, what did they do? They ran it in right there for 2 points, and you 2-3 yards.
True statement.
So now you right there for 7 points. For 6 points, and you can't get enough momentum to go forward for a first.
Well, they tried it, but the 49ers defense was, you can't take away from that.
They are top 5 defense.
Well, and they showed that yesterday.
I just like to keep
all that, despite even all of that we were still there. Despite all that,
we should have won that game. We should have won that game. Yeah,
I just can't get off the goal line though. It's just as simple as look, science. Simple science is the quickest way anywhere is A to B. You don't tell me you need a yard or half a yard and you go 3 yards to the left or 3 yards to the right and pitch it and all that, when all you need to do is go forward. You got almost 1,000 pounds in front of you, and you can't get enough momentum to go forward or jump over the top, or with your big athletic.
That other 1,000 pounds moving fast. We leaving out part B and C. That
other team that's out there.
Hey, man.
They're no little kids now.
Hey,
But dude, I think you said something. The lost art of going over the top. You don't see that no more. Nobody goes up and over anymore. I don't know why, but you hardly see that anymore.
Yeah, you get the little, you get them to, the jump one way, then what you do, you go right over the top.
Over the top, yeah. See, I haven't seen that in a while. I haven't seen anybody go flying over the top in a long time.
Running 4.4s and 4.5s on that San Francisco defense too. So they ain't quick either.
Then we have a fullback sitting on a practice squad. For them situations, you need somebody big in front of somebody big so that you can go forward.
Let's go forward for yards.
That's simple running. That don't take a lot of,
So maybe we'll see some better play calling these next couple games, because I'll tell you what, our schedule is not. I mean, we gotta do better. Yeah, with Dallas next Monday, and then the Monday after, and then the Sunday after that, Kansas City.
So in Tampa Bay,
then Tampa's coming. Yeah, you're right.
We have a tough schedule. Yeah, we have to do better.
And I know that they're that they just getting together, but he has to learn the Philly tradition also of finding your tight ends. They usually are top receivers. And he couldn't find none of them for.
Yeah, Wentz would feed Ertz the ball a lot, and then Dallas, right? Then got it.
A lot of our quarterbacks usually find our tight ends for for them little short underneath.
Yeah, he needed some little short yardage. Yeah, that's true. To go
kind of messed us up a little bit. They threw a little wrinkle in meaning San Francisco defense, because they blitzed a lot, and they had to and Bosa right there in itself was a problem already. Like he was a problem in itself from the jump. So the tight end, the only reason I said it because the tight end had to help block more. I mean, they even when they went double tight ends, they got linebackers that can run with our tight ends. So that kind of put up a little bit. So, and even despite that, we still had penalties. That ain't what killed us. None of that was
penalties at that.
Penalties killed us.
We could have had the ball, where they be punting or something, and then you had to turn it over.
Exactly. Penalties killed us. We had 8 penalties. That killed us. And then the time of possession was like ridiculous.
Oh my goodness. I don't think we had but one possession in the first. Maybe one or two in the second quarter. They had that. They did that too last week.
It was almost as
if one series in the third quarter where they had the ball, I think, like 9 minutes. That was insane.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Okay.
And it's almost like was the Sirianni. He went from one coaching, last week his coaching was real aggressive and all that, and then this week it seemed like he was like conservative and iffy and trying to please the crowd. That whole Philly thing was just to try to get the hype.
He wanted to try to not get
behind them, and not thinking of I need points on the board.
Yeah,
that was. They said that they read that in the booth as soon as they seen him put the receiver dude in.
It was an ugly play.
Definitely was an ugly play. One thing about it, San Francisco is a solid team, so you're not going to pull the wool over their eyes too much. And it's just a better team they played than
immaturity.
Mm-hmm.
His rookiness.
But like we said, it is game 2. It's game 2, and these are learning curves. Like for them,
3 against y'all is going to be.
We don't have time to really try to. We got to figure this out really quickly.
Oh yeah, you got one thing about the NFL: every game matters.
Right now,
game is important. Every game is like a must-win in the NFL.
Yeah, the East is already tight.
Games. We saw that last season.
The only one
Brandon Graham that's done for the year. We got Brandon
Brooks is
going on with him.
Yeah.
Brandon Graham hurts.
He out for the season. Yeah,
he said he'll see us in 2022.
And they say
and I heard they put Ertz on COVID or something, right? Ertz is now. Ertz is
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, he's on COVID, and then Brandon Brooks, we trying to see what's going on with his pec injury. So that hurt.
Yeah, some major
injuries. Brandon Brooks is the one.
Major injuries. So what do we? Hey, Adrian, how you doing? Well, wait for it. Hey, how you doing?
Good.
I'm here.
Yeah,
that's the bottom line. You're here.
Sorry.
Come on now, we want to hear some life in that body now.
I'm here.
We were just talking about our injuries with Brandon Brooks and Brandon Graham. Brandon Graham being out till next
for the season, right?
Maybe
season ending,
something like that.
Yeah, they said possibly his career with his age and they said an injury like that can take
killing stuff.
9 to 12 months to rehab. They said just to rehab.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's after the surgery. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I mean, we would hope not, but
that's a tough loss.
Yeah, he made some money.
No contact neither. That was just him running after him.
Wow.
Capacity.
So our NFC East is so tight. We got Washington 1-1, we're 1-1, Dallas 1-1, and the Giants are 0-2. So it's even though 2 games.
But if you look at our schedule, we have a pretty.
That's what we were talking about.
Hard schedule. I mean, game after game after game. It's like, oh my gosh.
We were saying how we don't have time for trying to figure it out.
Yeah, this is where you earn your money at. You got to bring it.
This is where you're going to find out.
You're absolutely right.
Battery ain't gonna make it.
That's all right. You want to talk about the Cowboys real quick? And I mean, like, well,
Dude said,
I'm helping those who help me.
They won this week. We lost this week. Yay. Okay.
Well, that's the bottom line. Thank you, Rocky King, for that.
The bottom line is
Mike McCarthy blew it. I said Mike McCarthy gonna blow this game because it's time management late in the game. There's no reason we should have had to kick a 56-yard. It should have been a little closer. But they wasted the last 15 seconds of the game. I don't know what they were doing. They left the game with a timeout. They still had a timeout. So they could have been a little more aggressive and get a little closer. But,
I really do love looking at everybody's face when you're talking about Dallas. The
running game is back.
Because you're just really in it. You're giving us the stats. I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Dak didn't throw an interception. I mean, he didn't throw a touchdown, but he threw an interception. But he was dealing. He didn't have many incomplete passes. Defense was solid, 2 interceptions. So it looks like they're in a good place. But still concerned with Mike McCarthy as a coach. I don't trust him yet as a coach because the first 2 weeks. So, and based off of last season, I don't think he's managing the game as well as I think he should be. And I realize a lot had to do with he had Aaron Rodgers over there when he was with Green Bay, who could cover up a lot of mistakes.
Right.
Because I thought he clearly was going to blow that game at the end, or at least cause us not to get that field goal and go to overtime. Quarter break on officials made a great call down by the goal line, called the illegal shift to take their touchdown and wait late in the game.
You count on some tomfoolery.
That was that Jerry Jones love right there.
Yeah, you can always count on that.
Slipped in his pocket.
But that's what. Speaking of kind of to piggyback on what Rocky was saying, that's what we are lacking in our defense. We don't get any.
We don't have no referees in our pocket.
Well, we don't have any referees in our pocket, no matter where we play. But we didn't get any interceptions
yesterday.
We didn't get any forced turnovers and possibly pick sixes. Like we're not getting any of that, and that's what we need.
Our defense got to contribute.
Our defense has to step up, and I saw a little bit of it last week. Even though we held them to 6 points, this week they kept pounding. And they did damage. Like they kept pounding at us, and we see what happens.
We could have kept going at their secondary.
Right.
We did throw a couple of deep passes.
That's a nice pass to Quez Watkins.
And 2 of them,
And 2 of them to Smith. I know people were complaining that, I saw somebody say his arm is weak, he's underthrowing passes. They can't. One of them at least look catchable. Like what happened?
Yeah,
I'd like to see him air it out because
Well,
something to watch too. He is throwing a lot of balls short though, but I mean, we'll see as the year goes on though too. That is a little concerning for me personally, but I mean, it's only game 2, and I mean, play to your strengths too. He also had 80 some yards rushing too.
Rushing, man, that is.
Yeah. And how many interceptions did that have?
How many did that?
Did that Dallas guy have?
He had one.
He had one. And we
yesterday.
don't have any yet, so that's a good thing.
We don't have any, so that's a plus. But we need to get some pick sixes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will throw one. Dak is liable because he gonna throw it in there. So, and he gonna have some situations where there's gonna be opportunities for interceptions next week for sure.
Well, what do you think happened to our run game yesterday? Because I mean, for Jalen to be the top runner, everyone else wasn't even relevant for real. Not Gainwell. I mean, they had a few yards, but nothing that added up to where scoring position. Yeah. So.
Well, I think with us, I don't know if you guys talked about it already. I think a lot of the wind was taken out of our sails when we got to the one and went for it on 4th down and didn't get it. I think that kind of set the tone for us, and maybe confidence. I'm not sure, but we just didn't do much after that. Yeah, I mean, I know it, and I got it that you're that close. If you don't get it, they're still down, near our goal line. They have to go the length of the field, but they did. They did and scored.
As a coach, and you got the ball on the 1 or on the goal line, what play do you call?
I don't want to come away without any points. So if we gotta get 3,
you got 4 down.
3 on the board.
You got 1st and goal. What's your first play?
Actually, they had 6 downs, and
what's your first play?
They got a penalty, didn't they?
Yeah, we got the penalty, we got the pass interference, and we got more downs. But I mean, if we get to it and we're now at the 3rd again, and we haven't punched it in, settle for some points. I don't know. It's Monday morning quarterbacking. I got it. But I just want to come.
Run, pass, and then
it wasn't working
on the goal line.
Run. Wasn't working.
Running back is going to try to go right in or over the top.
I don't think that was a good play to call either. That Philly, it wasn't a good play to call. If you are rushing the quarterback, if you want to rush the quarterback and get in, but to do a trick play on 4th down, it didn't work.
It didn't work.
Yeah, if anything, you do a quarterback sneak.
Do a quarterback sneak. I said, do a quarterback sneak. That trick play, Philly, dilly. No, you doing too much. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. Too many things have to be into play. Too many things have to happen for that to work. If you're going to do that, kick the field goal and get the 3 points.
Get something.
Something
that came out of that.
And that ain't the same as having Foles back there because they're gonna pay attention to Jalen Hurts now.
Exactly. They see him running like,
Foles because they really wasn't thinking of anything like that, I'm sure. But now with Hurts back there, you have eyes on Hurts. Somebody got him every time.
Yep.
You got Hurts.
Well, what they did say, if you think about it, they didn't even have a spy on him. They was letting him. I mean, I ain't talking about at the goal line, but
but they let him run after he passed it. Yeah, but then they followed him. It was a foil play.
Keep in mind too, the play calling changes too when you leave your like one of the best parts in the league out of the game too. So I mean, we saying it's so simple, but when your strength's not there to run what you really want to run, which is right up the middle. I mean, you kind of you got to throw a whole bunch of little stuff at him too. So that was another key thing too, because Brooks was hurt.
A good game.
Brooks was hurt a lot of that ordeal. So.
Yeah, it wasn't a good game.
That's why we come away with 3. Come away with 3. 6, just chip away.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's football 101 to get points when you're down there.
Because that had nothing.
It's like basically, like I said, I play Madden and I know that's just what you do in that situation.
Right.
And then back to New talking about when you need 1 yard. 49ers needed 1 yard to win the game. They did a quarterback sneak. Right? Wasn't that a quarterback sneak? Yeah.
But again, to say that now when we needed 2 points, what did we do? Ran the ball straight up the middle.
Yep.
So when you need for a touchdown and you right there at the goal line, why don't you go forward with an athletic quarterback?
Yeah.
He's a big
they
dude.
could have put the ball Goddard in there.
Well, he needs enough room just to stick it out.
Get the ball in.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
that's disappointing.
Football 101 when you
punch it in. Punch it in. Don't do this. Throw here.
I ain't gonna throw the ball 2 yards to the left or right or try to run and pitch and all that away, and I got to go forward.
Right.
That's basic football.
Let's pose this question: Who would you? What running backs would you allow to run for the 1 yard line?
That's the same thing if you was to ask me about Ben Simmons. Anybody but him, any guard but him, you can give it to any running back, my quarterback.
Or Hurts. I think Hurts was probably the best option.
They said you could have used Goddard as a blocking or anything, but you're going forward, not to the left or right.
So you're gonna risk your quarterback, your prized possession to run up.
They risk Garoppolo.
Yeah. Not necessarily risk him, but
use him.
In that case, every play you hike him the ball, you risking him, but now you risking him.
Well, that's absolutely true.
Straight forward to score the ball. What's the less chances? He just going forward. He ain't gonna.
Don't you think he was more exposed if we get him to run into the end zone to catch the ball and get knocked the crap
That's
out?
What I mean. Yeah. How about that?
We exposing him more doing that. We didn't want him in the end zone for.
You got all 11 players on the line.
It wasn't an issue of protecting.
I don't want him taking blocks. I don't want my prize quarterback taking blocks.
Push.
Forward. That's all. I don't care who would have did it. Anybody forward.
And put him in goal line defense. Line all 12 players up in the middle of the field.
So then we got Mayata.
Well, man,
he taking more people with him.
Jumbo set.
We got a rugby player.
Look, I'm putting the jumbo set in. This is stuff you do in the game.
I didn't hear anything from him yesterday.
Well, and I think the other thing from what I saw, I didn't see all the game. I was down in North Carolina, but when y'all got stopped on the goal line, they drove the length of the field for a touchdown.
That's what I
now the defense, the defense got to step up. You got them playing.
They actually went the length of the field and scored.
Yeah, they got to force a 3 and out so you get the ball right back. That's another reason they probably went for it. They said, look, pin these dudes down, get the ball right back, and we right back at it. You know, and that next time they probably would have took 3 if they
have a visitor today. Say hi, Shadow.
We have another guest star. Huh? The dog show isn't coming up.
Shadow, you say what? Shadow, but our defense actually, you can tell they were exhausted. I mean, they were on the field so much because of the time of possession for the 49ers. So, I'm not saying that they can do their job. I mean, really, 17 points is not a lot of points to have. But they were on the field a long time.
I think I'm being a little rough on my team. That's because I just was so heartbroken.
I think we all were. I mean, not heartbroken. It's only game 2, but
I was heartbroken because we got with the team that we got to play a caliber team like that, possibly a championship team.
Yeah, it definitely is.
I'm actually, to be honest, I'm kind of excited about the rest of the season, the way that they played. Actually, me personally,
we have a tough schedule. If you can't, you come out lackluster like that with the schedule that we have,
it's a test. So we're gonna see.
But one thing you see about, I won't speak on Dallas because I don't know exactly what they are. But when you look at Kansas City and Tampa Bay, you know you're gonna have to score 30 plus points to beat them 2 teams.
Yeah.
So
and we got Vegas. We play Vegas. Like we got a tough schedule.
And they rolling this year.
Yes,
they that good, but they didn't already won 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
We got Baltimore. We have a pretty.
See, Baltimore, you're gonna have to score 30 plus points. Them dudes ain't having it, man. So that's
we got to get it together.
It'll be a test.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas might be the easiest game on our roster.
Well, it's funny. So I thought what we could do is give our score predictions
for Dallas
for the Dallas game. I thought that'd be a fun thing for us to do. So take a second. We'll start with the Dallas fan. Sorry.
That's a good one. So I don't know. Obviously, I'm going to predict we win. But score wise, that's a pretty good one. I'm gonna go with something like 27-20 or 27-21, somewhere in there.
27-21. Okay.
Eagles, that is.
Okay.
Yeah, Luke.
Cousin Rocky.
17-14 Birds.
Adrian.
Oh, I don't like doing this. Dang, I'm exposed.
Because you want to go with the Cowboys, but you can't.
I wish you would. How dare you, Rocky? How dare you? Not her.
Go with your head and not your heart.
Is there something you want to tell us?
I think with our injuries, and our
just as banged up now.
Our lack of offense, I think is going to be close.
Your score, Adrian.
Okay.
You don't want all the extra stuff.
Okay.
I know, right?
I'm going to say like 29, 21. I don't even know how that's possible, but I'm going to say that.
You did it. Well, y'all like to go for 2 and all that stuff.
All right.
So now we're gonna have like let me see, 23 field goal, 2 field goals, 6, 14. I'm gonna give us like 24 to 17.
Tight game. That's a 1-score game. So good.
Yeah, I see it being close.
35.
Just go 35-0, Meek, and get it over with. Butt kicking, thrashing.
There you go. Yeah, that's it. At least you know already. At least you know what's gonna happen, Rock.
35-33.
Eagles.
That you letting them score too much.
I got a feeling it's gonna be well.
That would be exciting game. 35-33.
On the sidebar, it might be $35-33, but I'm just saying, you just don't know. I'm just joking.
Y'all, I don't know. Y'all suspect.
Of course, I want the Eagles
undercover other fans. Like, let me find out.
No.
So what's that? 2 for Dallas, 3 for Eagles?
4 for Dallas.
4 for Dallas?
One for Dallas.
No, I said Dallas.
4 for Eagles.
Oh, you?
1 for Dallas. You said Dallas.
Oh, I didn't hear you say
I said it kind of quiet. I was kind of quiet.
Trying to tell y'all.
That ain't what she said.
Rocky, what?
I said, she getting ready to do it.
Okay, nope. It is what it is. It is. I mean, let's.
Rocky, you said Dallas too, cousin Rocky. Oh
no.
I was telling Anuba Tamika, I said she's getting ready to do it. Oh my God, she's getting ready to do it.
I'm not a Dallas fan though. I just want to let the record show. We asking for. We have some problems.
I know
you have some problems.
We're hoping. Right. I just know it's going to be a good game.
Well, both teams banged up, but I just think probably the home field advantage may be what gets it over, just because it's Dallas' first home game. You know, Eagles
a lot of variables.
That's your home opener?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we lost our home opener.
That's what I'm saying. Misery loves company. What you think we come to do?
And they're not that great at home, especially since the new stadium.
By the time I call all these cats and next Monday, they all gonna be straight.
Well, listen, as happy as I saw Jerry Jones yesterday, you think he won the Super Bowl. I was like, it's game 2, Jerry.
And Rocky
you gotta pay all these people. You better get a win.
Oh, Rocky's battery just ran out.
Okay.
Well, we have something to look forward to. We got a great season. And if you guys don't know, Rocky and I, cousin Rocky, do a small segment on Thursday, like 10-15 minutes. We'll be featuring Phillies and a couple other sports, and just to prepare for Sunday's segment. So
I'm Phillies, boy.
They were close and then they weren't close.
They up and down.
But they won 4 in a row, right?
No, we lost. They was behind by 1. Then I think by the time
we lost. We just lost to Baltimore, to the Orioles. We lost that series to the Orioles.
So before we lost the whole series?
Well, no, we lost to the Mets the other night. I think we start with I think we get ready to start with the Orioles tonight, I believe.
Right? When I woke up, we was behind 1 game, and I think now we're behind 2 games.
We're 4. Aren't we 4 games behind?
No. All right, we're 2 games behind. 2 games behind right now in the division. We're 2 games down.
Okay.
And I believe we start with Baltimore tonight. The Orioles tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. But Bryce Harper is still on fire. So go Phillies.
Yeah, go Phillies. You're right.
That was the most unenthusiastic go Phillies.
Go Phillies.
Go
Phillies.
We still in it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And they have a series against the Braves near the end of the season. So long as we keep it, 2 games or 3 games, as long as we try to stay in that range, we'll make like the last minute push playing against Atlanta. They're the series before we play the Marlins at the end of the year. So
just so you know, we're already 2 down.
Yeah,
2 down to the Orioles.
Top of the second, and it's 2-0. So.
Yeah, it's 2-0.
Yeah. So we're
getting.
getting
It's a lot of game left.
Yeah, and then you got the Packers and the Lions tonight. So,
who cares about that? Like, really?
Sunday night.
I like football on Mondays.
We got some fights coming up too. I'll bring y'all up the date next week.
Okay, because we got Tyson Fury.
Yeah, we got
and Joshua fighting. I think I want to say next month, October, and then you got Fury in them in November.
Well, we got the mega fight coming up too, right? The what's his name? I see his face, but I forgot his name. Who's fighting Spence now? Or he's fighting Bud?
Oh, I haven't heard about him an actual contract yet. I know he's back training.
Oh, who is that?
I haven't heard.
Sean Porter. Sean Porter's fighting Spence.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sean Porter is supposed to fight Crawford.
Oh, so he's going.
I don't think they have a date yet. I don't have a date for them yet. I don't have a date yet.
So we'll get our dates together for boxing by
Right.
Thursday, and we'll come together along with the Phillies. And my main thing is football. And as we head into basketball, we got a lot to talk about. So.
Oh, and Ben Simmons said he's still not coming to camp, despite what.
Listen. The bottom line: tell him to start writing them checks because they will find him. So that's okay. He got enough
He's
money.
not coming to Philly.
He'll help buy us a new gym or something.
Not coming to practice.
That's okay.
Wow.
That's fine.
Wow, what a nerve.
Speculation is Houston has a huge package for him. Apparently, that's the new buzz.
I wouldn't want to go nowhere. I'm not wanting either.
Yeah.
Didn't Houston just agree to sever ties with the guy from Washington?
Yeah, John Wall.
John Wall. So where's he going? But we don't need. Do we need Wall?
It is speculation that they might put him in a package. So
no, our cat was like, Shadow was on. Where's my minute? Look, we all have it. Rocky, no, not your doggy. We're not doing it.
Oh no,
Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you for our weekly segment. That is our bottom line. We look forward to next Monday's game, big game, and go Eagles.
It'll be a primetime game on Monday night.
Prime time.
Monday night.
8:20, yes.
Monday night. So when are we meeting?
Tuesday
night.
Oh, not before the game. Okay.
We want to talk after the game.
Yeah. Look, I'll be like,
You don't have anything to talk about.
We already said what needs to be said.
All right. Well, that's our bottom line. All right, crew. I'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
Peace.